Hello, my name is Sumardi Sisa. I'm 22 years old from Indonesia. I have been appointed as dispatch chief of Remote Work to Learn Program 2022 by Korea.
Hi, I am Kayla D. Halilang, 20 years old from Philippines and currently a second-year economics student at Polytechnic University of the Philippines.
Hi, my name is Alvinia Alvindari Putri. I'm 21 years old and I'm a law student from Universitas Trisakti in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Hi everyone, I'm Nur Shakira, Work to Learn 2022 members, and people call me Shakira. I am 25 years old and I am from Malaysia. So in WTL, I am in the Team Development Division.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Jesse, 19 years old from Indonesia. I'm a second year visual communication design student at Telkom University.
Hi, I am Emily Anlazañas from the Philippines. Currently a senior high school student from De La Salle Medical and Health Sciences Institute, Special Health Sciences Senior High School, and from Technosaders.
Hello everyone, my name is Liu Lo and I am a resident in Cambodia. Currently I'm also a university student majoring in international studies. This is also one of my main reasons to my participation into this program because I was interested in knowing more about how to conduct a project and how to do it. So I enrolled in this program and contributed altogether with other ASEAN youth to my community as well.
Hello everyone, I am Putri Adi Hidayat from Indonesia. I am 21 years old college student and now I will share with you guys about my journey in Work to Learn 2002 by Korea as one of the Dream Team member, batch 4 in Media and Marketing Division. Enjoy!
Hello, my name is Binang Rifanda. I am from Kediri, Jampa, Indonesia. I am 20 years old. In the Work to Learn batch 4, I am as a project development.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatma Bintaja from the Gambia. I'm in Indonesia here, studying in Win Sharif Hidayatullah, Jakarta, majoring in informatic engineering.
My first thought about this project after everything's over is positive because for me this is a rare chance where I could make some friends from other countries, then applying my English practically to communicate with each other, and then did some online projects with them. In this program I also found some interesting discoveries, like something about others' different time zones that affected our works, and different cultures that made schedules kind of compromise, and etc. As someone who has a pretty homogeneous background, that was some exciting new experience.
The first thought that comes up to my mind when I already found out the projects we need to do is, can we do it? Since I think it is so hard to execute more than 2 projects inside a few months of internship, considering that we are only 10 members in our batch. But since we have trust at each other and we have teamwork, after that, the first thought that I said in my statement, the next thing that comes up to my mind is, we can do it.
My first thought about the overall project are very positive because I learned a lot for especially my personal self and also the teamwork. So overall it's very positive and I totally enjoy what I've learned about all of the projects that we've already handled.
First, I have no idea about the team development, but luckily Mr. Anton with us. So throughout the program, we managed to be motivate them by team meeting games so that we boost our performance, got to know each other better, and we did connections, teamwork, and creative thinking in order to finish the task. So basically, our project is more focused on quality communication. We did dedicated tasks. We help to create awareness to all people around the world that education enables upward socio-economic mobility and is a key to escape from poverty. project was successfully conducted.
My first thought on our very first project was the project that we're going to execute is very cool, but can we handle it? I thought that way because it was my very first time collaborating or contributing in project related to SDGs, and it was also my very first time collaborating with people internationally.
I personally have a positive view toward this project mainly because it's a group initiative one where youth from different countries in ASEAN came together to conduct a few projects in the span of a few months altogether. We've been through a lot together as a team and as youth to further spread the awareness of the importance of education to our Project X, or as well as the first project integrated we talk with our distinguished guest speakers in hope of further spreading the importance of studying to our peers in our communities as well as to other communities outside of our regions as well.
My first thoughts when learning of the projects that we will be starting are, when can we start? What can I learn from this? And how will our team work go? We are from different places with different experiences and culture, especially the difference in time zone. So I was looking forward a lot to how my work to learn experience will be, as well as socializing and learning more of people that I wouldn't be able to interact in my daily life.
Okay, so first of all, when I think about what first comes to my mind when I think about this project is how professional and warm the working/learning environment is. Like the mentor give us a very clear direction, advice, they encourage us to ask them many questions to them without pressuring us in the same time. And they are open for discussion and give us option to do things, how we do things. They give us some kind of line work, like how this is how we're going to do it. It's the detail we give for you guys to figure out, and it's actually so fun because they encourage us, but as well giving us direction in the same portion. And also in the dream team itself, I think we are trying our best to be as polite and as professional as possible, even though I actually feel like I have to learn and improve a lot from my team, but I also learn a lot from them. I'm honored to be one of Dream Team member batch for 2022.
Although we are from different country, we will work together and our teamwork is so strong.
Internship that I joined in Korea, it was so educative, so positive. Overall, it was a big challenge, but all the projects were excluded successfully, and it was a successful 4 months of being interacting with them and having project here and there, and I was part of the project development committee.
When I was appointed as the chief of this batch program or our current team, it was challenging because, to be honest, I didn't have confidence, especially in my English back then. I was afraid that I would get myself confused or maybe make others confused with my communication. Plus, my experience of being a leader, so I have a bit of experience for leading some organization back then when I was still in college. It felt like it didn't really helpful because first, it was a long time ago, like a few years back, and then second, it's because it was a pretty different circumstances, like with everything's going online and then my team is new and etc.
The most difficult situation I experience in this program is when I and the other members have different opinions. Our diversity separates us when conveying the things we want to say. So it affects me personally and emotionally, especially I am the person who will not accept any form of loss since I know that I do my works with all of my efforts. It is the most challenging moment for me since I do not want to have a rivalry with our team because of such a little problem. So instead of having an argument, we deliberate our thoughts and opinions by giving each other a time to talk, which can provide facts and statements why we chose that to be our opinion. Another challenging moment I experience is when our chip is gone for more than a week since he had symptoms of COVID. I alter as a top point of our team, which I allocate and became the head of all the tasks we are working. It is the first project we executed, the Educators Meetup. It is challenging for me since I have multiple of works that needs to do. 8 courses in my university, 2 internship, 3 local organization, household chores, and selling in our small store in-house.
There's a lot of challenges, especially as a team. You need to have a good communication between each other, and also in personal terms, you need to really have a lot of concentrations and a really good time management, and also communications between the team members. So yeah, I think the challenges are the communications because we came from different countries that speak different languages, but we communicate in one language, which is English. So yeah, communication it is.
Every success there are challenges. So the challenges that I faced in this WPL, I think everyone is born by commitment as a student or as an employee. So sometimes a bit hard to find one time that can involve everyone in. But we managed to spend time discuss about the projects. Second one, I think I faced some of connection problems, but that is not a barrier for us, and we managed to find alternative. Third one, hard to reach a population and collaboration. So we experience the people that we reach does not give the response, and sometimes we conduct the event, the registration is high but turn out it's not the same as registration. I think the last one is maybe the language barrier or time zone, because we are not in the same country. Some of us we have like a language barrier, but I guess that is not the main challenge because everyone can speak English very well.
I didn't find any crucial challenges during this program, yet sometimes I encountered several tiny problems during our volunteer program, which was a sudden task with a short deadline. Yet thankfully, I still managed to overcome it and everything went well.
To address some of the most challenges moments I felt during this project were usually at the beginning of our first project, which is the Educator Meetup. Me and my teammates, while working in the operation division, were kind of at a loss at what to do. So we talked about this to Mr. Antonius and Ms. Liza, and as well as others who were inside the group. But little result came out. So we stuck with the initial thought of just going around to ask all the division to help or to provide our assistance, which wasn't really a good choice for us, and we were not very satisfied with the result, but we got over it, and we were able to kind of proceed well until the end of the project. So I am quite proud of myself and my teammate on this particular movement as well.
The challenges that we definitely encountered were the difference in time zone, schedule of each member, planning, and basically just being a group. We didn't know each other before this started. and we have to be very mindful of the time and how we will execute our plans, as the limited time for each project was very precious. I could say that the challenges definitely shape us throughout the projects.
Okay, so now about the challenges. Well, I personally I found a lot of challenges in this project, but one of the most challenging thing that I found especially in our division, media and marketing division, is to find a good speaker, especially in our first event, the Edumi Talk, because there are a lot of obstacles in there, like having sponsorship and the right speaker or guest for the event is it's pretty challenging. And in the event itself, there's a lot of things that we must face. For example, it's so fast how things can go wrong in event. Like one of our speaker cancel her slot J-1 and we have to hustling to find her replacement, and this person who replaced her having difficulties with her language, and also one of our speaker having a health and connection problem. So it was hectic. It was so hectic, but it's so fun as well.
For the 4 months I joined the Walk to Learn batch for, I have a little challenge like using online platform, I think.
It was so challenging a bit because you have to interact with your colleagues. Sometimes you have like language barrier, like you don't understand each other most because we are from different countries, different culture, different background, so you have to be patient with each other. And then like your communication skills also, you need to be patient enough to listen to each other and know what is going on. So that was the only challenge that I have faced during this like 4 months of interacting with.
I learned that I really was helped by other members. It was special because I tried to be an independent leader by doing everything by myself, but I get myself sick. It was COVID, but my team really helped and covered me really well. They basically run things by themselves, no need to be given any specific instructions, and they just went and did things, the progress really well. And then I tried to help by trying to be a considerate leader, give some members time when they need it, understanding when they couldn't help because we have pretty much different activities and schedules, right? And then try to be their friend, basically just not really putting too much pressure. And to mention one of my proudest moments would be when ICII event or International Creativity and Innovation Awards went well, even when there are some mistakes made by me. But calling back when it was still on progress, everything was pretty hectic because we needed to wait until very last moment to have the necessary data to work on our part. But despite of everything, we pretty much nailed it, and I'm really proud with that, especially with my team.
I learned two things to be exact. First is to work professionally, and that teamwork is really essential to success. The two of them help me to increase my productivity, builds my confidence, invites constructive criticism, strengthen my self-growth, and promotes positivity.
The lesson that I've learned throughout this project is, first, I learned a lot, but I think the most important is I learned how to be more confident and also be more like having a really good commitment toward each other's and helping each other's. And I've learned that I can use my voice to share my suggestions and also share my experiences that can help the team to achieve the things that we wanted.
Lesson learned in work to learn. I think the first one is teamwork. The important to be in one team. We face difficulties together, we face hardships all together. We are not alone. I think the second one is communication. I believe communication is the key. If we face any problem, so we voice out in the group chat, and I am so grateful I have team members that very keen to help. Then third one is I think I learn from others. So although we are from different country, we have different ideas and different thoughts, but we gather together, we brainstorm, and we came up with one clear strategy. The important to discuss. And then I think the last one is motivation. This work to learn really motivate me. So I am in the team development. So I need to motivate myself first so that I can motivate others. I always search for team building games that can motivate all the team members. Then we have fun, but at the same time we boost our performance.
Throughout the project, I learned heaps of essential things that I believe could help me grow as a better learner in the future. Besides developing my English skills, I also learned how to manage my time well, since I'm also a full-time student and I also contribute in several organizations at my university. In addition, I also learned how to cooperate well with people and also how to be a good team member. By joining this volunteer program, which is Work to Learn by Korea, I also become more confident with my public speaking in English.
Moving on to the lesson that I've learned during my stay inside this program, I've learned that individuals or groups have different opinions regarding certain matters, certain issues. Thus, cooperations or discussions for a common ground is beneficial for all sides. And everyone should not try to appease each other, but try to persuade and explain in a simple manner. So instead of complying with the other party, individuals could actually make personal and rational decisions based on the arguments being put forward by the other side. Additionally, I've also noticed that it's a bit hard for everyone to come to a common ground together, especially when there are people with strong-mindedness and determination to try to stick with their ideas. So at the time, I've also noticed that majority opinions matter more in the decision-making process. To sum up, what I've learned about myself in doing this project is the cooperativity and ability to adapt to the changing environment, and to the fact that I have actually opened a lot to discussion about myself and my own opinion. So overall, I feel like I've made a lot of progress being in this program.
I learned to emphasize cooperation and plan things ahead of time. Those two lessons were critical to a quality execution of our projects. I learned how to initiate conversation and actions for times where I have a concern or idea on the project. Lastly, I understand myself more while looking back on my past self these months for Work to Learn 2022. And I will take that as a reference for my self-improvement.
Okay, so for the next part, lesson that I learned from this project is actually the fact that I like to pitch my ideas. I like to explain to people and encourage them to see my point of view. So I like to explain and I like to encourage them so they have a better understanding to my point of view. Of course, until this time I still feel nervous here and there when I talk about my ideas to public, to bring them to present my idea to public. But with Work to Learn mentor and member, I start to gain this feeling of it's okay, just speak. Tell them your idea, even though it's not perfect, or maybe you got things a little bit wrong here and there, or even they're rejecting your idea or having disagreement with your idea. It's okay. And what I learned also about myself is that I probably still having a lot of things to learn, especially about managing my time. It's become obvious in this project, and it's a good start. It's a good start to understand that I'm having issue in that part, because in the future I can work for the better.
Although we are from different country, we will work together and our teamwork is so strong.
I learned from there is that it can help me in a workplace where I need to be patient, especially if you're part of the project development committee. Like, you need to have patience a lot, and it has like helped me in terms of handling my own project, the way I can handle my own project, and the way I can be patient enough to interact with people and listen to them, like open communication here and there and things like that.
I will use what I learned from this program by reminding myself that I have succeeded finishing this program with everyone involved, because I believe it is not an easy feat to finish and complete this program. Communication and teamwork indeed are important for whomever wants to join this program. For communication, it is important for bridging many different aspects, such as culture, time zone, schedule, and etc. So we the members could work smoothly. And then the teamwork is needed because it's a remote program where we sometimes couldn't reach other members when needed. Thus, it is important to have a good teamwork so the others could cover each other, so the progress wouldn't be disturbed.
I will use the things I've learned in this program by taking every opportunity to practice and take the pressure up when working individually and work as a group. Changing a behavior is about consistency, and the more often we do something, the more instinctive it will become, so the better we will get at it. If I mess up, chalk it up to a learning experience and try again. I will always remember that I will bring the lesson I had learned in this every sector of economy I will go. Work professionally and trust each other.
How will I use what I've learned in the future? Basically, what I've learned in this project is a very basic skills that are actually very much helpful for the future, especially in the working world. So I hope that through this program and through all the things that I've learned from this program, I hope that I can implement it in the future, because right now I feel it is very much positive and it gives me a lot of positiveness. So I hope that it can be useful in the future.
So how I use what I've learned in the future? I think through this program, I learned how to conduct program that targeted the whole world, create hub awareness, and I learned how to design a project, and I developed my public speaking, critical thinking, job readiness skill, and I enhanced communication skill and social change idea for better, for the world to be better than before.
Throughout the project, I learned heaps of essential things that I believe could help me grow as a better learner in the future. Besides developing my English skills, I also learned how to manage my time well, since I'm also a full-time student and I also contribute in several organizations at my university. In addition, I also learned how to cooperate well with people and also how to be a good team member. By joining this volunteer program, which is Work to Learn by Korea, I also become more confident with my public speaking in English.
I will use what I've learned in the future through using the experiences and the interactions to my goals. I have learned a lot from other members, showcase of critical skills like leadership, and most importantly, the cooperation of different members from different culture to complete a task. This is an important quality for a future medical professional. So I will look back on this experience as an inspiration and training for my future goals as well as for my future self.
Things that I've learned from this program so far, and I believe that I can use it to my utmost advantage when I go out elsewhere to work, whether individually or in a group work. I've also acknowledged that social skill is important and that making connection and connect to people in the region or outside the region are contribute to the importance of my future life improvement. Because at some point I will still have to go out to work to make a living, and at some point I will also have to work in a group with other people, in a teamwork or in a collaboration and so on. This project or this collaboration taught me to be courteous and kind to others, and most importantly, to never make myself take advantage of other people at all costs. We should all contribute freely and evenly in our social conduct with appropriate work ethics.
So in this project, there's a lot of things that we can take and bring and present to our future. For me myself, I will try to manage and giving a wiser thought around my skill and the time given, whether I can do it or not, will I need help along the way, or any possibilities of disturbance and challenges. I also learned that being compassionate and active in communicating will help us along the way to make our communication easier and clearer for both parties. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I can take from this project. I am so grateful that I actually able to be part of this team. Thank you, Kriya.
More confident to speak or collaborate with another person from another country.
Internship can help me in the future. So it can help me a lot in future because I'm studying IT, informatic engineering. So I know in future there will be a lot of projects that I will be handling. Okay, so being part of the project development committee, it has challenged me to able to come up with project ideas and then how to build the project, how to make all the necessary process so that it can be executed. So it has helped me a lot, and to be able to stand up for myself, like to be vocal, to speak and explain myself enough, because we have these 3 projects where some project I was the MC and it was so challenging, but then I have learned a lot from it for it to make me stronger and better.